Um, okay then. Hello and welcome to today's video. And today I'm going to be talking about, obviously, a subject that's been brought up quite a lot in the past few days regarding Hyperia, which is opening at Thorpe Park later this year. Now, obviously, as we all know, the main draw that Thorpe Park are using to bring guests to experience Hyperia when it opens later this year is the fact that it's going to be the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster when it opens. We don't know when it's going to be opening exactly just yet, but it's speculated around May or June time at that. And obviously, at the moment with the vertical construction, as you've just seen from those pictures at the start of the video, they have started building the lift hill for the ride, which is going to ascend up to the maximum height of 236 feet. And then after that, all this needs to do is obviously the first drop to connect to the lift hill, and then the ride's track layout, vertical construction will be officially completed. And once that's done, obviously they've got to do all the safety checks and work out all the electrical and sensors along the track, and then you can start testing it. Well, it has to go through hundreds of hours of testing before it's even deemed safe to actually open or allow human riders on it. So obviously the main draw that they're using is the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster. That's what they're mainly advertising as. But it's obviously got a bit of a light sort of theme as well. The one thing that makes this different compared to other roller coasters that we've had in the past, it's not got like a scary or demonic theme. You think with like the tallest roller coaster in the country, you'd think it advertises as like the scariest thing ever, or you know, something dark or sinister. But no, they've actually gone for a very angelic, sort of positive theme, which is very refreshing to see. Obviously, but from what we know of this theme, the name Hyperia suggests it's based on sort of like Greek mythology or some kind of ancient mythology. But like, here's the thing, we know that obviously the ride experience is going to be the main draw, but what about the ride's theming? We know the ride has a theme, like I just mentioned with all the Greek mythology, but what about theming? Now, it's kind of difficult to tell what kind of theming this ride will have, because on the planning application there is no like theming listed, but Thorpe Park have actually confirmed the ride will have theming to some extent. We don't know how much theming it will have. I don't think it will have a lot of theming, because like I said, there's not like any theming shown on the planning application. I say that, but like the only thing that's close to theming or resembles theming is a like sort of golden sort of birds like accent pattern on the front of the station in the planning document. But we know they have confirmed there's going to be definitely going to be theming inside the station, which we can see from construction photos. But the question is, how much theming will there be in the station? Because that station building for Hyperia, it's not the biggest station building in the world. So it's alright them wanting to add theming on this ride, but it's a matter of how much theming they can add onto it. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation going on that it might actually be like Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is not necessarily like heavily themed, but more stylized to basically sort of be presented to look really nice with the area. Obviously, the ride's presentation will look really nice, but like, it's a matter of will it be heavily themed or not. I'm hoping it will have some amount of theming, because we know other hypercoasters around Europe and around the world, things like Shambhala at Portaventura and things like that, have quite a decent amount of theming around the Q-Line station. No, it's not really around the ride area, but like around the Q-Line station they have quite a bit of theming. But obviously the only other bit of theming I know we have is that on the maintenance sheds and on the station they're adding like sort of gold metallic like plating and accents around it. And on the maintenance shed they've started to add the word fearless onto the side of it, which is a bit strange. It looks a bit weird, but obviously we know that they haven't actually finished theming construction yet, so this has not been a finished product. But either way, at least we have a maintenance shed that isn't fearless. We have a maintenance shed that is very brave. I mean, it's alright if the maintenance shed is brave, but it's whether how well that actually be themed. I bet when it's finished and it's open, it will look really nice. Because like obviously a lot of people are complaining that it doesn't look very good. It looks like something like you see on like a dark field experience on the side, because they're obviously all in shipping containers. But obviously construction is still ongoing, finished yet. But when it does get finished, it will look really nice. But it's just a matter of stylization. I mean, I probably get why Blackpool Pleasure Beach did the stylization with Icon, because obviously they're not like they're not owned by a huge company like Merlin is, which is second only to Disney. So they probably spent most of the money on the actual ride itself and then just the rest of its stylization. With Hyperia at Thorpe Park, that's owned by Merlin Entertainments, second biggest theme park operator only to Disney, who are world famous for their heavily themed attractions. So obviously, I don't know. Either way, obviously, it doesn't matter how much theming it has, Hyperia is still going to be absolutely amazing brand experience. There's no doubt about it. But obviously, the fact that like it's going to be such a huge draw to Thorpe Park, you'd want to probably the area look sort of as best as it can. Obviously, it's going to look really nice still, but it's a whether of how much theming will actually be on the ride. We know that obviously the ride is going to be surrounding a lake, which is currently being landscaped around the area at the moment, and there's going to be a splashdown section after the dive loop where it's going to have like fountains that spray up as the train is travelling along the water. So that's going to look really nice, but it's just a matter of how much theming the whole area will have. I hope it looks really nice. I don't think it'll have too much theming, but obviously it'll hopefully have a decent amount of theming to actually look presentable and look good. And hopefully a little bit of mythological theming, because it's alright making it look modern, but then that wouldn't like sort of give off a mythological theme. I think the majority of the theming they're saving for the ride trains. They might be theming the ride trains to resemble, like, I don't know, some kind of mythological like falcon or angel, because obviously it's themed around flying through the air, ascending to the heavens. So maybe like themed to like some kind of mythological creature that can fly or something, I don't know, but hopefully the train will look really nice. So even if there's not like a whole lot of physical theming around the area, hopefully the train will make up for it. How much theming do you think will Hyperia have? How much it will have? How much theming would you give the ride if you were in charge of building it? And are you excited to ride it, obviously? So I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see in the next video. Goodbye.